Yo, what is going on, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Haunted House of Nerd Show. You know, it's spooky season. So we're doing it up a little bit differently for the month of October. Yes, we are a haunted house, so to speak. Oh, what's going on, baby? How you doing this morning?
I'm well, Sergio. How are you doing this morning?
I'm not too shabby. Feeling pretty good. I got a full night's rest, which I don't remember the last time I got in like a solid. I don't even know how many hours I got, but I got a full night. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. Yes, Deviant. We tried to do it up the intro, switch it up a little bit. It's spooky season, baby. So we gotta have a little bit of fun here, man. Have a little bit of fun. Halloween, the month of October, the best. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. We got Juanito on the live chat. What's going on, my man? Hey, we're gonna have talks later because you went in on me the other day, bro. Giving me those tips on the Twitter stuff.
I
Oh
gave
my
you the
God,
tip.
Leah. What's that?
I gave you the tip.
He gave me just a tip.
Mm.
Just a tip. Uh, so my God, Leah, what's going on? How you doing? Uh, everybody. What's Joe Loves Comics saying? He's dropping it now, and won't be able to later. Hope you have a great show. Can't wait to catch it on the replay, my man. And then we got Horror Geek Mel, the horror queen. What's going on, baby? How you doing? Hoping everybody's having a lovely, lovely Sunday morning. What else? Oh, what do we got? What do we got in store for everybody today?
Some copper drop. No, the dregs.
Copper drop, the dregs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a short show.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you gotta pick up the energy. You gotta help me out here, man. I don't know what's going on. Uh, yeah. Copper drop, folks. Copper drop. We're getting into this bad boy. Year zero, volume zero. We're gonna get into that very shortly. Had a whole lot of fun reading this. It's some good stuff. And then our spooky season read of the week. Every week in the month of October, we've been doing a different classic horror joint. I think the first week we did what was the first book we read?
The autumnal.
Oh, the Autumnal. Yes, the Autumnal. The classic. Man, that super good, man. Super dope. Really enjoyed that one. That was week one. From Vault Comics. That was written by was it Kraus? Daniel Kraus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chris Sheehan on art.
Mm-hmm.
And then look at that. Another Daniel Kraus, but we're doing like, man, I guess without realizing he's like a horror guy, eh?
Yeah.
He's like a horror guy. There's a lot of horror stuff. And then week two, what do we do? Witches?
Mm-hmm. Hold on.
Witches.
There's like a train going by. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you need to mute your mic. You need to chill with that. uh and then n- now why would you mute my mic, you weirdo? Um Week two, we got into witches. That was a whole lot of fun. Horror Geek Mal was with us last week for that one. If you guys missed that discussion, you know, check it out. It's up on the channel. And then this week, it's the classic The Dregs. The classic The Dregs, man. The critically acclaimed. So we're gonna be getting into that. And Amanda from the West Coast, she'll be joining us for that discussion a little later on in the show. And then, did we have a weekend review plan? What's going on? Did you get into any readings?
Sure didn't.
You didn't read anything this week?
Sure didn't.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Wow, that's a first.
Well, it's gonna be a month of first and last. Am I right?
Is it? Oh man. Hey, that joke's played out a little bit. I feel like you need to
I feel like
you need
maybe
to
it's
come up,
not a joke.
you need to come up with a new joke.
I feel like
You
maybe
know?
it's not a joke.
Speaking
Good
of
morning,
Daniel.
Lucy.
Hey, good morning, Lucy. Speaking of Daniel Kraus, I'm gonna get into this bad boy. I'm about to crack open this bad boy. That's a thick boy. Look
Yeah,
at that.
so after Romero passed, his estate and his wife asked Daniel to finish it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just reading that. So that's basically the gist on this one, folks. Yeah.
And if you connect the matrix dots even more, Daniel Krauss wrote Year Zero from Benjamin Percy, and the other book you read is a Benjamin Percy book, huh?
Yes, I know there's a lot of connections going. You picked up on that too. The what was the other Benjamin Percy book that we
Darknet.
The Dark Net. Here, thank you, ma'am. Ooh, you're connecting the dots for me. Yeah, yeah. I'm doing some reading. Some reading.
What page are you
Yes.
on?
Shut up. Shut up. I said I'm about to. I said I'm about to crack these
Mhm.
dots. So yes, so George Romero, before he passed away, he was working on this novel here, on the Living Dead. And then unfortunately passed away. And then his estate.
Wait, because your mic cut super loud at the passed away part, so it felt like
I'm celebrating.
yeah, it passed
Oh,
away.
not the zombie goat. I don't know, maybe doing some weird stuff. So Romero's estate got in touch with Daniel Krauss and finished up this bad boy. And I think it came out only like what, maybe like
Recently,
2 years ago.
not too long ago.
Yeah, like maybe last year, 2021 or 2020. And then the other Benjamin Percy's The Dark Net, which you have read,
Matthew.
El? You told me you read
Mhm.
it one?
Mhm.
What do I have to look forward to in here?
Words, letters.
Give me a little something without spoiling, please.
It's like a group story, right? It's like a group of people. Dark web. Yeah.
Oh, so you just basically gave me the name of the title in other words. She's like, it's the Dark
And it
Net.
has an ensemble cast.
Did you read it? Did you
I
actually
read
read
it
it?
a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was a while ago. I went through a phase where I was reading like a lot of like horror books based on the dark web, and
Yeah.
it was a phase
Okay.
during I think, when did the book come out? What year does it say on it?
You know, I don't know.
When you open the
I think I read it. It came out like 2017 ish.
yeah,
Is that kind of right?
Matthew read it too. Yeah.
Oh, Matthew read it. Where's Matthew Merritt saying The Dark Net is a good book. Oh, okay, my man. So maybe Matthew can
Well,
hit me
I
with a
taught Matthew how
synopsis
to read, so
since you can't.
I taught him how to read,
Oh,
so
you taught Matthew how to read?
yeah.
Is that
So
is that is that baby bro over there?
yeah.
What's going on, homie? Appreciate everything. Coming to support. Yeah, so I'm excited to dig into this one. I honestly, the only reason, to be honest, I picked up is because I saw the name Benjamin Percy, right?
Mhm.
So I know him from comics. So I thought, is that the same Benjamin Percy? You know, he's done Year Zero, a bunch of other stuff. What else has he done? Oh,
I know it's true.
yeah.
Um, I know he wrote
Wolverine,
Morbius. He wrote the novelization of
Wolverine,
Morbius.
yeah. Uh, Green Arrow, Teen Titans, all that good stuff. So I picked this up, based off the strength of Benjamin's name. So yeah, I'm
I
excited.
picked it up on aesthetic.
But there's no aesthetic to this.
Yeah, it is. It's a cool, like the text, the font is like super cool.
Yeah,
And I said, this looks like it's probably gonna be degenerate.
yeah. Okay. Hey, I mean, it's got good pull quotes here. I mean,
Are the words, is the font big enough? I know usually you have to reserve those big letter books. You know, the special section that has like the jumbo text.
mm, mm, might have a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
I gotta bust out the bifocals for this one.
Mm.
The bifocals.
I know you got trifocals. You have a whole third region just in case.
The quadfocals. But Dean Koontz says it's an imaginative, spooky, swiftly paced tale. Hey, I used to read Bear Dean Koontz growing up. Like,
You seem the type.
he was the author for me growing up. Like, but I'm talking about was a kid like elementary and stuff. But so
I think I read more Grisham than Koontz.
yeah,
Yeah, because I like the lawyer stories more than the espionage.
that honestly, I'm not surprised you say that. That very fitting. Yeah, I think I maybe only read one or two Grisham, but not much. Hmm. So I'm excited. I'm gonna finish off the month of October reading fairly strong, I think.
So I have read books this week, just not comic books.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, since
Yeah.
we're on the topic of books, what book are you reading before
Well,
we?
I finished reading. This is like such the not the spot to talk about these books because the genre wise, I was like, people always like shit on like vacation books or like airport books,
Yep.
airport reads.
Mhm.
And so I started reading Colleen Hoover because I kept seeing her books on Book Talk. And I mean, listen, I guess she's writing for her audience, and they're not bad books. It's just I'm not the intended audience for them. But I will say I did enjoy Verity, and I'm reading It Ends With Us. Is that what it's called? Yeah, It Ends With Us. And then I've been reading The Testaments by Margaret Atwood, the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. That's all.
Oh, okay. Which is a show now, right? The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched any of that.
I watched like the first 2.5 seasons, and then no surprise, no spoilers, but like once she escapes, I was like, okay, I'm gonna pretend this is a happy ending. I'm gonna pretend it ends here.
Oh man. Okay. Okay.
Oh, and then Scorn came out this week. If I don't know if anybody's been playing it. It's the game based on Geiger's art.
Geiger's art?
Hmm.
Did you mean the guy who draws Geiger?
No, what's his name? H.R. Geiger.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the comic book. Gary
No,
Frank.
the aliens guy.
Okay.
It's disgusting. I hate the sound of the game. There's like squelching sounds. Ugh.
I like squelching sounds.
You might get off from the game. It
Good
might just do it for you.
morning, Sheena. What's going on? How you doing? Thank you for coming through, hanging out with us on this beautiful Sunday.
Oh, and Sheena, I'm reading a book, a manga that Sheena sent me something from, and it was so. She sent me one page and it sold me, and I said I'm in, and so I've been
Okay.
reading that too.
Okay, what's that?
Darn, what's the name of it? The pious senpai's pious lie, something like that, or sensei's pious lie. I turned it into hentai. My apologies. It's not. I mean, it kind of adjacent, but
Hargeek Mel saying, she's saying you should check out Peter Swanson
Peter
books.
Swanson.
Vaca reads with some thrill.
Vacay, come on now, you know what she meant.
Oh, no, it's not. Is it vacay?
Stupid.
I don't know. I'm reading. I see caca.
Oh my god.
Yo.
And you had so much oomph in it too. You knew.
Is it really vacay? So
Yeah,
why not add the Y?
Maybe she forgot. It's a typo.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Because I said vacation reads, like airport reads. It's like a genre of book.
I'm gonna call it vaca.
Yeah.
Makes it sound interesting.
You finished that vodka. Did I read any comic books this week? Well, I reread the Dregs, and I did read Year Zero.
Oh, the Dregs was a reread for you?
Yeah, I've read it. This is like my third time I've read it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, because once we get into it, I'm very curious to hear.
I told you I'm a Zach Thompson fan.
Zach Thompson, he's a G, Canadian.
And Lonnie Nadler, and this book came out in, I mean, we'll get to it, 2017, but I was like, I would say like 2014 to like 2016. I went through like a hard boiled phase where I was reading a lot of, of those kind of books and stuff. So when I heard the synopsis and then when I actually read it, the Philip Marlowe stuff in it. So
okay.
Raymond Chandler. So I was excited to read it, and it didn't disappoint. And so it's been one of my favorite like reads. And then when I'm, living in, I know the book takes place in Vancouver, but living in Seattle, it mirrors a lot of the sentiments.
Not too far, right? Yeah. Okay. A lot of similar, I guess, or should say relatable.
Oh no, it's like the same thing is happening. Like I wouldn't
Oh,
be
really?
surprised if
Okay.
I
All
was
right.
buying human meat.
Good morning, Angel. What's going on? Thank you for stopping by the house. Yes, spooky season
And check
over
out
here.
Inja and Sheena on Instagram. They're
Doing.
doing their manga reviews. Manga?
You gotta. I mean, ma'am, you pick one or the other. You're going back and forth on that.
I like to say manga, but I
It's
know
very
that's
willy
not the
nilly.
proper. I know that's not, but it feels weird to say manga. It
Yeah.
feels weird.
Yeah. See, Zoma
Vodka.
Galia, she's agreeing with me. It's vaca.
Yeah, with the chef's kiss.
It's vaca, not caca. It's vaca. Uh, maybe. Horror Geek can set the record straight. Is it vaca or is it vacay? Let us know. Otherwise, we're gonna be fighting for the rest of the show.
You
know.
need to get into manga.
Me too. I have not read a single piece, like not a single thing of manga.
We just watched the Chainsaw Man. Me and Jade watched.
Now, Leah, and comics. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna hit you up later with a couple recs. We can't have this, ma'am. Not in the house of nerd, ma'am. Not in the house.
What do you mean? She's read comic. She's read the first issue of.
Oh, she read comic.
She read comic.
Okay. Okay, but I'm gonna hit her with comics.
She read what book was that? She read Basilisk #1.
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
And then she had me hit up her comic shop for her to see if they had the other ones, because she walked in there one time and I think they were kind of like weird with her, so she just hasn't. She definitely read, and I think didn't I send you home with like Nice House on the Lake? I don't know. I think I had gave you one, or I put it. Well, yeah, Chainsaw Man was really good. It was, and then I'm not gonna lie to you, I just think when he's in the chainsaw mode, is he not like a little bit cute? Or is it just me? Yeah, her comic shop was rude, huh?
You guys talking about
Chainsaw Man?
Oh, I don't know that stuffs and things.
The first well, they just adapted it, and the first episode just hit Hulu this week.
Okay, an anime you're talking about.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
Based on a manga.
Based on a manga. So is anime basically the animated version of mangas, right?
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's originals, like just like cartoons. Sometimes there's original content, but usually the popular ones are adapted.
Okay.
Or they'll take it and then adapt that too. But you can also buy like mangas of mainstream cartoons and stuff. Like Disney has a whole manga line of their stories in manga style.
Disney's got manga too?
Yeah.
Get out of that. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Deviant saying he's read all of the Chainsaw Man in like 3 days. Is that a lot? Is that impressive?
I don't know how many volumes there are. Yeah. I've only read the first couple.
Anytime I hear like manga, I always feel like there's volumes upon volumes. Like people be telling me, oh, there's like 130 like issues.
Yeah, those are like the more popular, and then there's like derivatives of the derivatives.
Yeah. Horror Geek Mouse saying I have a rude LCS too. So you and the excuse me, hello. You're gonna plug your homie Insert Name Comics. Where? That's good. Hit him with a testimonial right now.
Oh, if you guys want the most rudest, if you guys want to be called names and be degraded,
I'm not doing this show no more.
Bye. No, yeah. Sergio's the real one. And it's funny too, because I do harass him about stuff like, give me this book for this cost or I'm out. Make sure my receipt says customer 00. I'm still waiting on an invoice, so I do want to throw you under the bus for that.
Positive testimonials right now. Get out of here.
Positive testimonies only.
No, but real talk. I mean, if you guys like, if Leah, if you need the rest of those Basilisk or Mel, you guys, need help with anything, man. I ship out to the States. I mean, I've dealt with absolutely the most high maintenance clientele base
Sometimes you need to let your work speak for itself.
Get out of here, muting my mic.
Sometimes
Get
you
out of
just
here.
need to.
I'm telling you, man. There is no.
Yeah,
There
the
is no.
Persona animes are really good. Just cut over you.
Yeah.
The Persona animes are really good. My daughter likes those, but she hasn't played the games yet.
Man. Deviant saying, yes, that's true. I have a podcast on it in a week, but I enjoyed so much. I went through it very fast. Oh, okay. You're talking about, so you're going to talk about on your
Chainsaw
channel?
Man.
Man.
The author wrote another short story that is one of my favorites, Sayonara Airy or something like that.
She said, well, she did say where. She's like, who? So
What's up?
rude,
You said local.
Yo, what's going on?
Oh, what kind of things you need? We're an open door policy here, ma'am.
Go back to sleep, yo. Go back to sleep.
Listen, I'm no lie. I have the heating pad heating up my side of the bed because as soon as this show wraps, I'm going right to bed.
I think we opened up. Let's get into some copper drop, some comics talk. Yeah, it's about that time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Here we go, folks. Copper drop. Boom. Year Zero, Volume 0 from AWA. Upshot, dropping.
Oh, did you want to?
Yeah, very heat. I love AWA, man. Always pumping out the great content. Okay, man. Thank you. Year Zero, Volume 0 is the prequel to the first 2 volumes of Year Zero. Zombie apocalypse goodness. This one written by Mr. Daniel Kraus. On art is Goran Sudzaka. And letter is Miroslav Mirva. I know I'm butchering that, but I'm trying, sir. I'm trying. Deviant saying, yeah, AWA is doing great things. Mama Comics Lucy, I need to reread this book. Yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. Hold on. Put Leah's come on now. Let me and Al sing over this track. Yo, 100%. Yo, come on right now. Drop some bars.
Listen, open bar. If Sergio acts right, I swear we'll drop a snippet of our Walking Dead song.
If I act right, get out of here, bro. You act right. Open bar, folks. Less than 2 weeks. So yes, it is the new volume, Lucy. It is the prequel to the first 2 volumes. So this one, what did you think? I'm gonna get into
Sergio, your pronunciation. Manny says pronunciation flawless.
Oh, muchísimas gracias, hombre. Thank you.
He says de nada.
De nada. De nada.
De nada.
De nada.
What did I think about this? There's some stories I liked more than the others in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a fun read, but I don't think it's supposed to like have any like weight to it. It just felt like a fun prequel.
Coming through with the mid takes again.
It was good, but I like again like unless you're a big fan of Year Zero, it's kind of just another zombie story. Daniel Kraus does it flawlessly. Like it's a good story, but it's not anything revelatory. I do like the airplane story. I thought with the stewardess, I thought that was a really good
excuse me, ma'am. They're called flight attendants. Stewardess is an archaic term. Thank you.
I believe you used the word prostitute last week. If we're going to throw people under the bus.
Thank you, ma'am.
I believe you said prostitute.
Flight attendant, thank you. Moving on now.
And you know, sometimes we don't even need him to do the show. So I really feel like no, the flight attendant story was it was a good one.
That was my favorite too, and I'll tell you why. So, folks.
Oh, did I ask? Did I ask why?
They not. So, folks, with Year Zero, what I love about the Year Zero series.
There you go. You'll get it.
Yeah, thank you. is that it's international in scope, these stories. So it's broken up into four different stories, four different like main characters. One of them being a nurse, I believe, in like rural Alabama. The other a North Korean soldier right along the DMZ.
Mm-hmm.
The other is a flight attendant, ma'am, a South African flight attendant. And the fourth story, help me out here. Who is the fourth one? So we did the hospital in Alabama, flight
This
attendant,
guy.
DMZ. Oh, the mercenary
Mm-hmm.
in Russia, the mercenary in Russia. So we're getting four different perspectives, folks. Uh, and what I love about this particular one, hell is canceled from flights, 100%.
I'm about to Google if stewardesses.
Ma'am, get with the times, 2022. But what I love about this one, folks, is that it really is this opener. It's at the very like the beginning, the onset of the zombie apocalypse. Before the onset, really, before like it's like almost like the pandemic, before the pandemic was the pandemic. You hear the whispers, you hear the rumors, the rumblings, at the very, very early stages. And I love seeing that. Um, it really, there's this, you can tell there's this
Tension.
tension. Yes, thank you.
You're
This
welcome.
build up that's happening, right? And I enjoyed, for me, that's probably some of my favorite stuff, really, of the zombies, of any kind of zombie media, zombie stories. It's like the build up, the early days.
I think that's why I was so disappointed in Fear the Walking Dead.
Mhm.
Because I wish it had unfolded slower.
100%. We're gonna get into that. I hold that thought because I had the same thought. So this, yeah, I love the very early day stuff when it comes to like zombie media. I thought it was really well done. Um, Enjoyed it, got a kick out of it. The art is cool, fun, vibrant, and my favorite of the four is the flight attendant story, because the creative team, they use this one to kind of give us the information that we need, right? You got flight attendants, the writer Daniel Krauss, he likens them to like they hear everything. They hear the whispers. They hear people talking, right? Things that they probably shouldn't. Something like akin to like sex workers. So you have these flight attendants. They're hearing, these military people on the flight talk about, oh, there's something going on in the Antarctic, and they're hearing other people, off panel, off camera, talking, just whisper these bites, rumors, da, 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 da. So I really like how he gave us that information and used the flight attendants to convey that. I got a kick out of this one, folks. If you like the Year Zero series, I'm really struggling to say that.
You know?
Year Zero,
Mm-hmm.
but you guys are gonna enjoy this. Yeah, early day stuff, tension builder. Can't recommend it enough. AWA, man, on top of the indie game, man. One of those publishers that you gotta at least take a look at everything that they're dropping. Yeah, yeah. It's a cop for me. It's a cop for me. L, did you have any thoughts?
Oh, snap. Yeah, it's a cop.
Mhm.
It's a cop.
Yep.
Because I'm invested in the nurse's story and the flight attendant, and I know they're all gonna weave together. But like when I when I read stories that are like pre-pandemic, dystopia, I do like the more human, like regular everyday people stories versus the military side or a mercenary or something, or even the science side. So I'm interested to see, especially with the nurse, because it sounds like there's like a what is it called, like a bunker situation going on, and I do love me some survivalism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's the other great thing about these year zero stories
Mhm.
is that they focus really on, like, for the most part, like the everyday, the day-to-day people, right?
Mhm.
Rather than, so you're getting these stories throughout, sprinkled throughout, but it's not really like one giant scoping, like, from, I don't know, like the science. You don't say nurses in the house. Thank you, Deviant. Oh, I had already corrected her once. I didn't want to do it twice on live. Yes,
Not
that's
them being
me.
called registered nurses and
Registered
nurse
nurses,
practitioners.
registered
We
nurse
don't say the
practitioner.
N word anymore, guys.
Put
Sorry.
some respect.
Get out of here.
Nurses, the N word, ma'am. You should know better than
Nurses?
that. You should know
Nurses?
better about people. Oh wow. Oh wow.
You of all people, you really got to stop saying it.
So yeah, folks, check it out. AWA Year Zero, Daniel Kraus, Goran Tudzaka, Miroslav Merva. Great stuff, fun stuff. Now, in we were talking, and I'm seeing some comments there in the chats about Fear the Walking Dead. I have the same critique, the same problem. I was excited when that came out because they're talking about, it's at the beginning. We're gonna see before, like, the Walking Dead happened, right?
Mhm.
So how the pandemic started, but they blew through those opening, pandemic opening zombie stuff like nothing, right? Like,
Mhm.
it should have really been like a slow, the whole first season, even, you know, that slow, the whispers,
Mhm.
the tension building, but it moves through like nothing, and then we're in the midst of the pandemic or the zombie uh thingy, like by episode 2 or 3, and they that made no sense. That made no sense. Like, you have your Walking Dead universe. Let's really slow build this, right? Um, that was my thing with that. Yeah, yeah. So it's funny. Sometimes me and you. Sometimes me. Anybody else have thoughts on Year Zero?
Well, I was getting the poll ready.
Are you getting the poll ready
For yeah, if you wanted to pitch,
on the YouTubes?
yeah,
On the YouTubes?
for cover drop.
Yeah. Well, you got your book first. I gotta search for mine.
Oh, I'm just gonna go with Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Manny, if you're still in here, please, if you could vote 3 times.
Get out of here.
Um, a revolutionary, dark take on Spider-Man begins here. What is reality and what is dream? What is science and what is magic? At the intersection of all of this stands the deadly neighborhood Spider-Man. Peter Parker goes to LA, and what he finds there are definitely not angels. Who wrote this synopsis? The demons waiting for Peter are going to test him like never before. One demon in particular, a very famous one for Marvel and X fans in particular, might just eat Spider-Man alive. Look at this cover though, isn't that cool? Momoko.
Momoko. Okay.
So yeah, this, and I don't like eyeballs like in groups, but this is a cool cover.
Okay.
So I will be expecting it in my pull box.
Okay. Alrighty. Thoroughly unimpressed with your pitch there, ma'am. Thoroughly.
I'm pretty sure your pitch is going to be something that you have to have read something already in order to fully understand it, like you did last week. And I'm pretty sure the Fall of the House of Nerds has a reputation for crumbling.
Mel, we don't have to lie.
Thanks, Manny.
Yeah.
The poll isn't even up yet.
Right now, it sounds like 𝐬𝐴. That's what I'm saying, bro. Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, a little gumption. You're not even trying right now.
No, I'm gonna read it because I love I
Yeah.
love Marvel when they do Spider-Man offshoots. Like I loved that last one, the Zawadzki one. I love the which the one through the ages, like the life story, that one. I like when they do offshoots of
That was
Spider-Man.
Zdarsky, right? Chip?
I
Who
think
did
they were
the
both
ages?
Zawadzki.
Oh, okay. Okay. So my pitch, folks, is Eve. Boom. Bringing this one back. Super hype. Victor Laval. Oh man. The first volume was great stuff.
So this
Victor
is the second
Laval
volume, number one.
and the creative team. Let me pitch. Thank
Oh, sorry.
you. Victor LaValle and the creative team really built up this wonderful world for us readers to kind of live in. Here's the pitch for the second volume. The long-awaited return of the best-selling sci-fi adventure is finally here. Eve seemingly saved the world once already, embarking on a perilous quest to protect what remained of humanity after a deadly virus outbreak. But the story doesn't end there. Eve's sister, and Wexler
Are you spoiling the first volume?
face new challenges and a darkness from the past. So for those who are not familiar, Eve is set in a world where the humans have left. The human population has been decimated. There's only a few pockets of like survivors. Eve is the daughter of one of the scientists trying to basically reclaim the earth. And really the story is like what's the word? Allegory, metaphor for the the destruction that us humans have wreaked on the planet, man. Cautionary tale.
But just to be full disclosure,
Mhm.
you should have read volume 1 in order to read this number 1, which is
Man,
why I didn't.
we don't know
pitch it.
that. We don't know that.
You just
know that.
spoiled the first volume in your synopsis.
Get out
You
of
just spoiled it.
Get out of here. So I really, it's not fair. Boom, a comic will win here. Hey, I hope so. Because it's good reading. Yeah, Victor LaValle.
Hopefully they stay away from creepy covers this time, though, because there was a couple it covers last run.
Man, he's a real one.
So boom, whatever you're approving this go around, let's keep it kosher.
Wonderful series. I'm like dummy hype to get back into this, because at the time Eve really kind of, that first volume, it was a fairly, like, the pacing was quick, man. And my only thing was when it ended, not so much a criticism, but like, there's so much world to explore in this that we needed to get a more, and thankfully we're getting more. Victor LaValle blessing us, the creative team blessing us. So that's my pitch, folks. The poll is up. Vote Eve, Children of the Moon. I think that's the one. That's the winner, man. Excited, man. Dystopian future. You got creepy mechanical teddy bears and crazy monsters who've occupied the earth now. So
not mid. I've been enjoying the Bone Orchard stuff.
It was mid.
That's what Frank says.
What was that one? The 10,000 Feathers was so good.
That was good. Yeah,
that was so good. Frank, I feel like you're gonna like that, man.
That's the only thing that's dropped since the whole book, the Lighthouse. What's it called?
The Lighthouse book.
What's it called?
I don't know.
Sound it out.
But the 10,000 Feathers, yeah,
I liked the first issue.
Talk about atmospheric, man. Yeah, check it out, man. I haven't read that graphic novel that came out. That other one.
It was if you liked the atmosphere and the vibe that was already established in the prelude, then it's fine. It didn't blow my mind, but it was cool. I liked the what's the word that I'm thinking about? The things it was insinuating that are happening in the whole universe. I liked the little hints they dropped in it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's it.
Frank, I heard it was mid. It's trash. I'm building up. I'm building it up. I'm letting it build up. Frank.
Okay. So that's it for Copper Drop. We'll let you guys know the results of the poll at the end of the show. We're gonna get into a little bit of the Dregs talk. The Dregs, and we've got a guest joining us for this, so we're pretty excited. We got let me add him. We got Amanda.
Hey.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you guys?
We're very good. It's Sunday morning. I know Al, you're probably dying. West Coast, fellow West Coast. Oh, you guys are both West Coast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, when you say West Coast,
Vancouver Island.
and so it's so funny because whenever people say West Coast and I'm from the States, Canada doesn't occur to me at all. And I know there's obviously a West Coast of Canada, but I'm like, that's not a West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Northwest.
So
no, we're West Coast.
Canuck.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out Amanda,
Hey.
Always joining us in the live chats, so we appreciate your support. And we're like, we're talking about the Dregs, folks, which is set in Vancouver City, very close to you.
Yeah.
So we said, you know what, perfect. Let's bring on Amanda to talk a little bit about this critically acclaimed book, The Dregs, written by Zach Thompson, another Canuck, Lonnie Nadler, fellow Canuck, and I think even the artist / letter 𝐬𝐿𝐬𝐿𝐬𝐿. I think he's from like Winnipeg or something, or XYZ. Where's that? XYZ.
Now you threw an R in
That's
that
the
last
alphabet, man.
Yeah.
That's the
It's like the end of the alphabet.
XYZ. No, it's like an airport code, no?
Oh, I don't memorize that stuff.
Oh shit. That might be Toronto even. Shit, I don't know. No. Anywho, I believe they're all Canadians. So we're excited to talk about the Dregs.
And
so,
Sergio, they're not called Canucks anymore. They're called Canadians.
It's Canucks, man.
Yeah.
They're not called Canucks anymore.
Get out of here.
Thanks for sticking up for us, El.
Oh, and you know what? It's not a problem. Somebody has to stand up for the little guys.
Wow. What's figure drawing before? What's he going on about here? Vesper?
Sometimes he types stuff and I don't know what he's talking about.
I have no idea. but shout out figure drawing. Thank you for coming through, my man. Shout out the big homie Steve over at the Team Nerd Herd podcast, man. Hey, yo, thank you for all the support, my man, coming through. Check out their channel. Dope stuff. I know Al's always in the chat. You're one of their biggest cheerleaders, man.
Oh, I love cover lovers. I make sure to carve time out for that, and then I'll have their Thursday shows on while I'm cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, good stuff. Check them out,
Nice.
folks. Nerd Herd, man. And my man Fabian talking about the Mariners couldn't score a single run in 18 innings. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad.
18 now, isn't there usually 22?
Seattle. We're talking about sports here. Psst.
Well, I am sports.
You are sports.
I am sports.
Living and breathing embodiment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's change the show to the House of Sports show
hey.
because I'm all about it.
The Dregs, baby. This one is from Black Mask Studios, a dope indie comics publisher. Al, this is your third time reading it. You're talking about, eh?
I mean, I've read it a few times.
Yeah. Can you hit the community with a synopsis for this one?
Just kidding. I've never read it.
Oh, okay. 3-time reader here, folks. Let's hear the synopsis. Let's hear it.
Let me see if I can. How concise?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcus, for the support. Thank you for coming to the show.
I mean, it's big enough. I mean,
it's my brother. The Dregs. I hate it here. Is about a man. Well, it's not really. Is it about a man or is it about the city? Let's get esoteric here. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it is like, okay, the city is very much its own character in the story in the same way, like in the Hunchback of Notre Dame book, Notre Dame is a character.
As the Hunchback is too.
Yes.
The actual back. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a little face. Sergio, can you be serious? Can you take this seriously, please? Gosh.
No, but Amanda's absolutely.
No, you're right.
correct.
Yeah.
I took it seriously, guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have like 8 pages of notes.
I love it. A fellow note taker.
I have notes.
Al, you never take notes. You
I
barely
have
read the
3
books.
pages of
You barely
notes.
read the books. Maddie. No, but in all seriousness, we want to hear everything that you got to say about this book, especially because you're from Vancouver. But yeah, you're bang on. Vancouver City, very much, in particular, the Dregs area of the city, a 5 or 6 city block, kind of very much a living, breathing character in this book. We're immediately sucked into this world. So the Dregs, folks, is how best to put it?
It's about an unhoused man who is looking for his friend, his fellow unhoused friend, who has been missing, but he's struggling with addiction at the same time. And so, like, reality and his reality and actual reality are kind of blurred together, to where even as the reader, you're losing chunks of time. We don't really know how long this story takes place over, because it's from his perspective. Well, it's from his perspective. And so it's like his journey. It's like if you guys like noir and stuff like that, it's very much like a noir tale of he's a PI. Yeah, he's like a PI, or he thinks he's a PI, or he might have been, because you can't necessarily believe everything. And it's about that. Bye.
Okay, see ya. Okay, so it's the Amanda and Sergio show.
Just the Amanda show.
Nice.
Nice.
Girls' time.
Hey. Soon on the house in there. There'll be just
not soon. So did you guys take this as like a near future? Because of the dates, the 50s, 90s now. I took it as like a near future.
Well, no, I thought it was setting in contemporary.
Yeah, I just went with it's current times, date, like year of publishing-ish.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, for me, I said no, this definitely takes place in 2030.
Oh, okay. Very specific, man.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah,
I mean, it could.
It's only a couple years away.
It could. The fun thing about one of the fun things about the Dregs, folks, is.
Oh, you think the Dregs are fun?
Absolutely.
There's lots of good time.
There's lots of layers to this. Lots to unravel. But also, if you notice with Zach and Lonnie's writing, they're always talking about like real world stuff, whether it's like socio, like economic, I think in this case, or the
Brother 12 cult.
The Brother 12 cult, which is from the Brother of All Men. Yeah, another fantastic book from Zach. Or in this case,
the Postal Service, and
the Postal Service.
Yeah, and
yeah, I know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I just but so there's this book is touching on like the gentrification of urban areas, in the Dregs, high homelessness rate, high rate of drug use and things like that, and we're really kind of getting into like the nitty-gritty of like real world urban living and what is happening actually in not only Vancouver but in places all over, I'm sure in the States and in Toronto as well. You have gentrification, developers, and really kind of pushing aside all these marginalized communities, these communities on the fringes of society, right? And not giving them much help or hope or options. But there's a lot going on here, man. Like, I think this book can be taken in a couple different ways. It opens up. So I think this is one of the first few pages here. I think there was one before that. Yeah. So that you see Vancouver, Vancouver. And we find we're opening up in a restaurant called La Mancha, which in English it means
the stain. Sorry, I just need to say it before you because
Perdoni. Yeah,
I have notes.
Yeah, you know your Spanish.
Yeah, me,
Yeah.
I understand.
So which very fittingly, La Mancha means the stain. Shut up, Bleecker Street Comics. Thanks for coming through. Means the stain in English. So we find this bodies here being hung up, chopped up, being sold for meats in this restaurant. At least that's what we think is going on. I think it's fair to say, and Amanda, very much an unreliable narrator in this story with our main guy. What's his name?
Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold.
Arnold?
No, yeah. Manny's
his buddy. Yeah.
Manny, always the sidekick.
Yeah. But would you guys say it's fair to say that Arnold is an unreliable narrator in the story?
Yeah.
He's really trying to convince you that he's reliable, and there's moments of clarity. Yeah, there's moments of clarity, but because one of the times where he was like, he says, "Oh, my name is Philip Marlowe," but that's the main character in the book he's reading, the Long Goodbye. And a lot of times you'll see that in the story, like when he slips out of reality, it's like straight into the Long Goodbye. And then there's one specific time. It's kind of, can I see it on here? It's kind of further into the book, but we'll get to the slide when we get to it. But there's a moment like we hear his inner thoughts, and then he says, like, he speaks, to people based on those thoughts. But then there's a point where his thoughts and his words match. And so to me, that was his most lucid time in the story. Like he was the most sober. He was the most, and then he quickly slips back into not soberness. But I thought that was really cool how they did that with the narration to show that.
Yeah, so folks, our main character Arnold, he's homeless.
Now, why did you put that in there? I swear to you, I did not put this in there because I would have put your head on there or something. I would have put your head as the butcher. I did not do this.
Why would you add the close up of them cutting off the pee-pee?
You have some weird kinks, my guy.
Is that necessary, ma'am? I don't. My goodness. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Clearly, you're into some stuff. But Arnold, our main character, folks, he's homeless. He's struggling with a drug addiction.
Which for me, I just kept reading as Listerine every time I read it. I'm like, these guys are really hard up on the mouthwash.
Right. So what we think, we're kind of led to believe it's this story. He's looking for his buddy Manny, who we think is we think there's some like kind of heinous things going on between like the developers who are trying to kind of take over these urban areas, and they're snatching up the homeless people and turning them into meat for consumption in this restaurant. That's kind of how it opens up. That's what we think. But by the end of this story, I mean, I'm not so sure what is kind of happening, right? Amanda, what are your thoughts? What do you think is going on in this story?
What isn't going on?
Yeah.
It can kind of go either way depending on how you want to read it. Depends on who you want to believe as to what's happening. But I will say, as a fun fact, because this is kind of based on fuck off. I mean,
you're good.
Because it's based on like Don Quixote. The restaurant is called La Mancha, and that's where Don Quixote's from. Fun fact.
Oh. I didn't know.
So foreshadowing. Ooh.
Okay.
And there's a line too. So the quote that there's like a famous quote from The Long Goodbye. There is no trap so deadly as the trap you set for yourself. And later on, he says that thing. He does it. You know what I'm talking about? You guys are like, no. Yeah. I wrote it down though. He says there's a line in it where he's like, hold on. You want to kill for time? Jeez.
Yeah, we'll kill for time. So yes, the Arnold character, he's searching for his buddy Manny. He thinks he's been murdered for meat, essentially, and so Arnold is basically, he thinks he's this detective, this private eye, from like books that he's reading. So we're going on this journey of him through the city of Vancouver, which, as we said, very much a living character.
This is really far
Sergio,
ahead.
can I just say something, guys? Pause the show. Sergio, don't put slides in after the fact out of order, because I had an order to this, and this is out of control. This is out of control. What I liked about this scene is it's showing how casual overdoses and how it's not out of the ordinary. Like, this is the ordinary for the setting. And I think there's a lot of these panels where it sets up like the setting and like what's happening in here, but you have to actually like kind of look a little bit. And that's something that I liked about the art, is the backgrounds in this are telling a story as well.
Yep.
Yeah, it shows you the reality of like what's going on.
And it's very much true. I feel like I live in Seattle, like South Seattle, and it's like you want to be human about it. And so I understand the power of addiction and the cycle that the system puts you in once you're in it. But it's also scary as a parent, because I can't go outside after a certain time, because it's like literally like The Walking Dead. Like, I'm afraid to drive my car out of my driveway because it'll just be people like scattering out of the bushes. People openly use drugs in my area. And, my kids see it. My kids can't play at the park because there's needles. We have safe havens. We have safe sites. But I feel like people who aren't or who don't know anybody who have struggled with anything like that, they demonize them to the point where it gets into the heads of other people. Like, and then once people start using, it's like, I'd rather not go to those kind of places. It kind of stigmatizes them, which is unfortunate, because it does keep the area safer for everybody, not just the user. So it's really, and there's a point where he actually goes to a safe site.
Oh, totally. And it's like where I live, our city has grown like by 30,000 people in the past 10 years, and it just keeps growing. So we're getting like real city problems. And addiction and marginalized, unhoused people are one of them. And I come from a city, I moved out here. So I sadly was used to it to a certain degree. And it's the scenes you see in the backgrounds are absolutely things like I am at my work right now because I needed somewhere quiet to do this. And I'm really surprised I haven't seen it or heard any sirens go by. Because we work near an ambulance place, but I could sit here on a shift and 25 ambulances go out, and I know most of them are going to ODs, and it's sad. But it's scary for people that, like you said, don't have any experience in it and just demonize everyone.
And also like the drugs as the blocks go, and gentrification. Like, I'm coming from Los Angeles, so it's concentrated, the homeless population, especially like Skid Row and places like that, or wherever the missions are. And then to come to Seattle, where it's not just a block, it's everywhere. Like, it's when I lived in the rural areas, you know, there was unhoused there, like, and I'm just like, where are you guys going? And you know, the encampments in the woods and stuff. I'm coming from somewhere that didn't have woods to coming to somewhere with woods, and I'm like, you guys can't play in the park. You simply cannot. And I see them now, like even in my neighborhood now. I moved to like a downtown area, and the places that had trees in them, they're all torn down in the 2 years I've been here, and they're building, you know, buildings, and so they're displacing the people that were staying there. And I see them, like, somebody posted a Yelp review. I live in like an area that has different buildings, and one of the other buildings, you know, people living in mattresses in the stairwells, and then, you know, in the mornings, you know, skedaddling. And then, but it's like, it's unnerving because it's like, you want to, you know, again, you want to be empathetic and helpful, but at the same time, it's like, but at what point do I consider my own safety and my own, because it's the erraticness, I think, that makes it scary.
Yes.
Shout out Oliver, buenos días, hombre. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal?
Sorry,
yes, let's get back to this comic. We should get back to the comic.
Oh, absolutely. Let's get back to it. No, but you get some great points. You know, the Dregs really kind of pointing a light at the displacement of you know, again, these marginalized communities, right? And the problem of urban gentrification. This, you know, I think stuff like this is great because there's so many different things to take away from a book like this. Al, I think you said, like you were saying, in the background there's a lot of, you know, kind of stuff going on, you know, showing like the day-to-day, the everyday realities, right? In the book and in real world, you know, it's almost, you know, people with drug addiction, homelessness, there's a stigma, right? Where we're desensitized to it, where they're dehumanized, you know. And I feel like this book is really, you know, kind of bringing, among many other things, you know, the humanity back to these communities, man, you know. Yeah. And there's a lot of, so it's very much a mystery, kind of clues to kind of trying to lead you to think where this story is headed. Here you see our main guy, Arnold. He's looking for clues throughout the city. He's trying to decipher signs and all kinds of stuff. And very much as the reader, I found, you know, we're looking for clues. We're trying to decipher just what the heck is going on in this. Al, did we have that panel with the gutters, and we can show what's going on there? So this one here, this was one of my favorite pages. If you see there in between the panels, they use the gutters as the city streets, even with like the names, like pretty much like a map of the city. I thought that was great, ingenious, and we got to give big up Eric Zawadzki, man, the artist / letter on this book, man. Honestly, this is one of the like, just the art, man, was on point. Loved it, and of course, along with the colors, 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲, man. I've read a bunch of other 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 stuff, and honestly, this is probably my favorite, man. What's going on with this one?
Oh, to show 𝐜𝐭𝐚𝐲.
Such a random. Yeah, so this
it's
is
the look between them, because everybody, like I was saying, everybody knows some. I know you're not talking with your mid-ass pages, but I thought this one was interesting because, like I was saying earlier, every panel has intent behind it. And even in the background and stuff, like, yeah, this could be a throwaway panel, but it's the looks between them. Like, there's always something going on that something else is going on during. So
yeah.
And then this one, he's like, good night, bye.
So these are the paramedics coming to take our guy away, Arnold, and
yeah, Arnold OD'd on Listo.
Yeah.
Listerine.
It's even the same color.
It is. That's like, you know. I said, I don't know if I would go with that one. I might go for, you know, the amber one. Ugh. Ugh.
So that.
So here's what I was saying.
Uh-huh.
Like the thoughts are in the
Oh, yeah,
rectangular
yeah.
ones, and then what he's saying, and this is the first time where what he's thinking and what he's saying actually lines up.
Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, this is his most. He's clear right now. Like but then, you know, obviously it quickly. This is one of my favorite pages.
Yeah.
I love a good spiral, and then in real life too. So
that's it?
Huh?
Ma'am? Did you want to finish your thought, or I felt like there was?
No, I'm saying like mental. I don't know how deep we want to get into mental illness, but I mean, I understand this page. I felt it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just fantastic. I mean, folks, I can't recommend this one enough, man.
And this one, I thought this was so cool. How, especially when we're showing like where you're at mentally. And he just keeps talking to the point where Arnold is like, it's just a lot of words happening right now. And I often have this face with the words behind me when talking to Sergio. And so it's like, it's really cool to see it in art. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, you're saying a lot of words at me, but get to the point, my guy. And this is the ice cream man. Look at the little drop cone.
Oliver from 656. He likes the page with the ice cream man, or no, with the kids drawing. Where was that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Crystal's ice cream man, stick man.
There you go. Yeah, that is cool, man. That is cool. So that's like he's our guys. He's basically, these are the kind of clues that he's given. He's going off of very little.
I'll have a quote this one too when he
the
shows
case,
the
man.
mayor this is where you kind of see that like can we really can't trust this guy, because in our heads, you know, he has all these like a case file basically, and then we see the evidence that he's been collecting. It's like, you just threw a bunch of trash on my table
on napkins or whatever.
Oh, totally. It's one of those, like, it's so absurd and funny, but it's also like you were rooting for him, and this is what he has.
Oh, and the city will tell you where to go, and this city is telling him, don't go this way, don't go. And so I thought this was such a good page, because I'm like, the build up to it was like, the city will tell you, and it's red flags, red signs, you know, no, don't go. Even like with the La Mancha signs, and I'm just like, turn around. This one was really good too, because again, especially in the Pacific Northwest area, that resell stuff, like in the thrift stores, they're gonna get you. And so I was like, he just wants just how much. Didn't ask for the breakdown.
It's funny because they pulled the 𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐲 sweater off his dead buddy's body, right? And you know, they're reselling this 𝐭𝐽𝐲 sweater for like, what was it, like something like 100 and something, or like $100 or something. And you know how many times it's true, you go into the thrift store and you know, it's like the upsell is ridiculous. But just
but even like my money isn't good enough because of who I am. And you know, I think like as minorities, you've probably experienced that too, going somewhere where people look at you like, you can't afford this, and then you have to spite by it. And I felt like he did that. He was like, just give me the sweater.
Well, and it's like, again, the gentrification of like thrift stores. I remember when I was a teenager, I could go to a thrift store and buy like a pair of decent jeans for $5. Now you go to a thrift store, and if it's got any sort of brand name, it's like crazy expensive, because they know. Yeah, like it wasn't cool to go to the thrift store, you guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point, man. Real talk, man. Back when I was in high school, for one, it wasn't cool, you know. Two, like, you could legit find dope pieces for like next to nothing, and now there's like thrift shops that really it like boutique, thrift shops, antique, and it's crazy. It makes
Like
no
Value
sense.
Village
Spike
has a
stealing is a thing,
boutique
too.
line.
Value Village, even like that's spite stealing is a thing
Yeah,
too.
he said spike stealing. And Mike is good at the thrift finds. He be finding stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's a great point, Amanda. Thank you. The gentrification of like thrift shopping, man. Wild.
Or like the people who are like, here's this Chipotle hack. And I'm like, if you guys are really going to Chipotle and ordering beans and cheese on a tortilla, like that, I feel like that's the gentrification of like cheap eating. It's like, just go to Taco Bell. Why walk into Chipotle if you can't afford Chipotle? Like, get out of here. But also the gentrification of burritos. I mean, it is like that's what Chipotle is. And so it's
cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Yes.
As I go redeem my points after the show.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh man. So Amanda, I gotta ask, what do you think?
About
are these homeless folk really being taken and murdered and slaughtered for meat and fed to the upper society, or is this kind of all in Arnold's head?
Okay, so I read something. Wait, I got to get a note.
Yeah.
Where did I write it? Okay, so I read something where it was like it was in Bleeding Cool, so it's not my idea, but it made sense. That this is either going to go like American Psycho style, where it's all just a paranoid fever dream because he's dealt with the death of his friend, the loss of his home, his neighborhood, all that. So this story could just very well be that, which makes the most sense because, I mean, it just does, as much as I want it to be a house of horrors.
Yeah. Especially
like
with the
straight up horror
with the chickens.
Yeah. Well, and even that note that said, I don't want to be eaten by the pigs. You can go like, are we talking capitalist pigs? Are we talking an Animal Farm reference where the pigs like were the baddies?
Okay, so you're thinking more like
I didn't think it was just a cop reference.
Yeah.
I could see where I don't want to be eaten by the pigs as the unhoused, like by her own people for them to be fed later to.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm not gonna lie, that burger was looking good, and I had been craving Whoppers all week. And I said, I know I'm not supposed. And because if you remember at the beginning of the story, he's eating meat out of the trash, so he's like a part of the system already.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He gets like a burger out of the trash at the beginning, and he's eating it. And also, I love.
And it was a reference to spoiled meat too.
Yeah,
that's what he said. Something about that. Yeah. Okay, I like that.
So he's already eating the decaying, cannibalistic, rotting leftovers of.
Already part of the process.
And is this? Hold on, because which one is it? Like on this page, I thought this was another like important scene just to show how invisible like the unhoused are. Like he's screaming and yelling at you, and like nobody's listening to him. And so I like these pages, and because they touch on that earlier in the book where it's like they're invisible, like everybody just passes them by. But this one where he's actually actively trying to get their attention, they're still like, no, thank you.
Yeah, you're just insane, not worth listening to.
The art just honestly incredible. Like I said, the colors, even those last few pages where you see the lighting, the color shift goes to like that murderous red.
Yeah.
When the tension's building, he's being walked through, and really like right before this happens, the final kind of maybe I don't even crash or lucidity on our main character's part. I don't know what's going. Like, I feel like it can be taken so many ways. I honestly, after reading it, I don't know what to think. I don't know. Okay, yeah, like the being fed, the human meat is real, or is just. I'm kind of like going back and forth. I think.
Oh, but the analogy or what they were saying too, though, like you either get out of the city and you make it, or you die.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like when he's holding, the listo, and it's like I think it's like a take what you want for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a pessimist, I'm not a pessimist, but like realistically, he probably took it. Like in my opinion, that's because what is there left? Like there is no 5-block radius anymore. His home, his friends, his time. He doesn't have time anymore. Time has become. He's at the point in his addiction where time, like a minute goes by to him, and it's a month to other people. And so it doesn't. I feel like, and his world he escapes to is losing color too. And I thought that was kind of cool visually to see. And so for me, like for that last page to be in color, like I feel like he probably was gonna take it.
The last page wasn't. See, I take it the other way. I feel like that the last page being in color gives us hope. Amanda, what did you think? Is our buddy? Is he taking the list, or is he getting clean? Is finding a way out?
I want him as a character to do well and get clean and escape, but yeah, realistically, like all the way through the story, he was offered help. He didn't want it. He made his choices, and I think that's going to be his final choice, which is sad because he was a good character. He had redeeming qualities.
And Raymond Chandler, the guy who wrote The Long Goodbye, because the book was so heavily inspired by his character work, I feel like there's like he has a thing with heroes of Raymond Chandler where like the hero has to have certain qualities about him. And like one of them is like always has like the best intentions. And I feel like Arnold always had the best intentions, but he's not in a space to execute them.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, and you can tell he's not in his right mind because again, back to kind of that Quixote fighting windmills thing. He literally, in one of the last few pages, there is a windmill. You're fighting imaginary demons and imaginary monsters. So that could be just him dealing with, like I said, the grief of his friend dying and all that. He's made the monster of La Mancha in his head. And
like this page too, like biblically, like washing the feet is, redemption, salvation and stuff. And so I feel like he was fighting. I do think that he was actively fighting. But I don't think that this was like a happy story there. And, it kind of says there is no happy endings. And I feel like it was a happy ending for him because you're oblivious, right? He's going back. Yeah. He's drawing back into the world that he created for himself while he's on the drugs. But I didn't see it as like a happy, hopeful ending.
Oof. No. What a story, man. What a story, man. Folks, check it out, man. This is one of my favorite reads of the year. I wish I would have read it sooner. But I'm glad that I did, man. In terms of Zach and Lonnie stuff, man, it's hard to say. A lot of his work is top tier, but this has got to be up there, man.
And the back content too. The
back content,
yeah, the 2
hours
or off hours.
The photo series was really good too.
It was so good. It really, really humanized the unhoused and marginalized people that are in East Vancouver.
Yep. Do you want to just let everybody know what's going on there, Amanda, with the back matter with that?
It's a photo series that was done by, I have this written down. 𝐜𝐨𝐦𝐞. Am I saying it right? Possibly. And there would always be photos at the end of each issue of the Dregs that were, unhoused people beating or enjoying blowing bubbles, like just being human people, not photos of them slumped over, nodding out. The photos that a lot of media would use when they're talking about homeless or unhoused, marginalized, addicted people.
Yeah, really, really humanizing. So great. I mean,
and they called him in it, not to cut you off, but to cut you off, Sergio.
Okay, cool.
They said an archetype lost in architecture, which I thought was a really good way to describe him too, because he has all the qualities of a hero, but he's lost in the jumble of everything.
In the jungle. Yeah. Any final thoughts, Amanda? What was your favorite thing about the book? Or
you know what? I just liked. I liked that it didn't try to. I don't like when there's a lot of humor in heavy subjects if it's not needed. And I just liked that this was a straight kind of noir story. There weren't stupid bits that it was like, okay, you're just trying to lighten this up or make it more marketable or whatever. It is what it is, and I love that for it.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's reality in your face, and sometimes you need to be shown it.
100%. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Yeah. They don't try to sugarcoat anything or Disneyfy it or any whatever. You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
And even when people are asking him, "Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get clean?" You know, he doesn't, and that's his choice, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
And he never says yes or no. He always talks his way around, and which I thought was also like, I have like, relatives, and my sibling was a former addict, and I just remember like listening. It was like it's not that he was funny, but it was funny because he would be intentionally funny and like talk around things when you ask him a direct question, even just like, "Are you hungry?" And it's like, here's a 14-hour story about how I lost my bike yesterday. And it's like, okay.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, I get it. And so I thought it was like, for like the dialogue work in the book was excellent. And even like the interpersonal relationships with the people that were in the Dregs, I thought, because you do become a family of sorts, not a functional one, but, whose family is functional. And so I thought that was really nice to see too, even though I was like, when I won't lie, the first time I read it, the girl I'm like, is she supposed to, I'm like, is she a kid, or is he just calling her kid, or is she an adult? Like I was like, what is happening here? But I love the character design in this too, so like, you could,
but even something like that, all I thought was great is you see it is a kid, but you're not sure because of the way that she talks. And for me, that they're showing, this child really had to grow up quickly, right? In order to survive on these streets. Yeah, top tier stuff, man. Comic books, man, that is fun. I love comics, man. So good. Amanda, thank you so much for hanging out with us and talking the Dregs, man. Appreciate your support, hanging out with us in the chats every Sunday, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. This has been awesome, and I really appreciate it.
Hey, we're gonna bring you back at some point. You're welcome back.
We got it when Brother of All Men raps.
Ooh.
There you go. Another West Coast Canadian story.
West Coast.
Put some respect out. Put some respect on the West Coast, baby.
Yeah, that literally happened like half an hour from my house was where that cult was.
On location.
Yeah, you should come up. We'll do a show. Come up from Seattle.
Oh, we gotta make that happen. For sure. Hey, that sounds like a good idea. We'll bring you back for the rap of the Brother of All Men, yeah?
Sure.
All right, Amanda. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye, everyone.
Later.
Bye. Right.
there you have it, folks. The Dregs. Oh, did you want to get into? Did you have any weekend review you wanted to get into at all? Or
Yeah, we're gonna
before we
have a
wrap up the
little.
show?
You know what? I think we have a live performance review.
What are you talking about?
Now, Sergio, don't ever in your life come on this show again and put your slides in the middle of my slides.
My slides are the best.
They're out of order.
And why are your slides so
Mine were sequential.
so low?
Your resolution, the resolution on yours is low. This is your slide.
Get out of here. Mine's
This is your slide.
Get out of here, bro. You're
Look at that. This is mine. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. This is your resolution.
Yeah,
and let me show you the resolution on mine that I put higher quality.
I don't know.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
What's
the right now, folks? The poll is 50-50. 50-50. So Eve,
do I have any more accounts left?
Get out of here! Don't do that. Don't cheat.
Don't cheat. It's not cheating if it's a part of the game.
Cheat. Just leave it up to the community. Get out of here.
I'm a part of the community. What you mean?
Not part of the community. Get out of here. You're talking about you're ready to dip once the 1-year contract is. You're really not a part of the community. Get out of here.
You know what? If Eve wins, I'm off the show.
Shout out Joey. What's going on, baby? Appreciate you tuning in.
Wait. Can I just quote you on something?
No.
Do you have to have read volume 1 to read this number 1?
We're gonna get into week.
Wrong. Sergio, what are we reviewing? I said I didn't have any.
I want to talk about the books that I picked up. Get out of here, bro.
But you didn't read, so a week in looking, a week in speculation.
Who is hype? Who is hype for Black Adam? Like, legit, my hype levels are next level, yo. Yeah. You know, Al, you've been me. I got you one of these. I was gonna comp it to you, free of charge.
Okay.
But you've been mean on
it's free.
So, I feel like so I'm gonna do a giveaway for one of these bad boys because Al's not getting hers no more. You like that, eh? You like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna give away the show too.
Next time, be nice. Next time, be nice.
The House of Nerd giveaway. Who wants to be co-host?
Next time, be nice, fam. But yo, yeah, man. Black Adam special edition. Hype for the movie, man. Yo, The Rock was in town this week.
What'd you guys do?
A few days ago. Yo, we just chopped it up, had a few drinks, you know. He hit me with some spoilers.
He hit you? Okay.
No, but yo, who's real talk? Who's hyped for Black Adam, man?
Nobody has said anything so far. So
it's not
you
spoiler to say because he's legit. He's confirmed it, man. Yo, Henry Cavill coming back. Like, forget it, man. Forget it. I'm excited.
I was waiting for the movie to see.
What's that?
Thanks for spoiling that. I was waiting for the movie to see.
Yo, get out of here, bro.
I've been avoiding The Rock.
Been saying it all
I've been avoiding The Rock.
I've
been avoiding The Rock. Yeah, actively avoiding The Rock.
Stop. Get out of here, bro. Yo.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out to
me. Shout out to me.
This is mine. Shout out to Dean. I saw Dean post this cover on the social media, or Norton Sinclair. This is dope. So I had to cop this one.
Didn't you tell me last week? Don't out his government.
Yeah, I know. That's why I know. But how great is this?
It's cute. That's why I wanted it. Yeah.
That's strictly a cover by. Not this one. Well, I guess kind of this one. Oh, get me down from here, man. You gotta come on. Art direct.
Guys, I'm really
art direct. Yo, cover of the week, baby. Cover of the week. I'm a sucker.
That must be your copy because you took it out the plastic
for a VHS variant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anything VHS retro, like I love, man. So
now, did they use your likeness for this?
This was a no-brainer, but yo, a $10 book, man, that's crazy.
Well, it's like an anthology, right?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's a collection.
Yeah, so $10. Those seasonal books, that's what I expect.
And Swamp, Zach Thompson. Speaking of Zach Thompson, he's got a Swamp Thing story in this. So
he would have been my choice if Rom had done Swamp Thing. Would be Zach because he does eco horror so well.
100%. Zach Thompson is the guy who should be writing a Swamp Thing book. 𝐜𝐿𝐻.
His 𝐜𝐻𝐸 was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Marklin saying, I want to see Black Adam. I can smell what The Rock is cooking, baby. 100%. Hype level is unreal. I don't understand folks who are complaining about how he's promoting the book. Like, I feel like the criticism sometimes are so ridiculous.
I don't even
Like,
see
the
him
man is
promoting it.
promoting his movie. What are you guys mad about? Yo.
Sergio really coming off with the DC Snyder fan attitude right now.
Yo. This has been a hot item. I got a lot of people requesting this.
But not a lot of you guys are gonna get it. Only the chosen few.
This is the
customer
the
001.
Definitely not you. This is the preview for AWA 2023. Some dope stuff in here. I'll do a little giveaway for that. Because I know a bunch of people have been asking for it. So just to be fair, I'll give everybody a chance.
But after I get mine.
You're not getting nothing, man. And then this is my small week for me, but this is it. Something volume, I think, is this 5 now? What are we on now?
It says 5 on the cover, my guy.
Where? This is a. Oh, it says right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, get me done. Something is killing the children, baby.
Now, this is the last 5 issues?
The last 5, yeah.
Up to 25?
In, I think, Arizona, I think.
Right? Didn't you? So you collect the trades and the singles, or just?
Yeah, it's one of the few series I do that. Actually, I think that Texas Blood, Philadelphia. That's pretty much it, I think.
I do that with. I think Ice Cream Man is the only one I have volumes and singles.
Yeah. So excited to get into that. What's everybody reading though? What are you guys enjoying?
Thank you, Joey. Thank you for using science and math.
Yeah. Double negative, so I was getting a copy. I was not getting anything. Hey.
I have my reading list. I just didn't get to it because I've been busy carrying the show. But I do need to still read Hitomi and Approach, Masquerade, Dark Spaces, and Powerbomb. I'm actually like super behind. I'm at least 3 to 4 weeks behind on my regular reads. And so I'm gonna catch up one day. But in the meantime, I've been playing Bear and Breakfast on the Switch, and you play a bear and you run a bed and breakfast. That's what I've been doing in my spare time.
Are you okay, man?
No, I'm not okay. That's why I've been playing it, because it distracts me.
Wow, from life?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh.
We're going to have a talk. I got to make sure.
Speaking of _horror, put Vesper on your... If it's
what
something...
is Vesper, bro? What is this?
If it has something gross in it, I probably won't. Like, if it's... I'm just, like, not in that headspace for gross horror right now, like gory stuff. So I haven't even really been watching a lot of like spooky season stuff either.
Nah, I've been going hard with the spooky stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did watch Housing Complex C.
Because is that a movie? Is that a film? Is that a comic? Like what are we talking about here? I was digging Housing Complex C, and it's only 4 episodes long. They're calling those series miniseries.
Yeah, I like the first episode. I haven't watched anything after the first one.
What is that? Where is that?
It's an anime on well, I watched it on HBO, but I think it might have been on Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. I gotta catch up. I'm catching up on Lord of the Rings. I think I'm only on like episode 6 or something. But that's been great. What else am I catching? I'm finally watching the Star Wars stuff. Like I'm watching. I think I got like 1 episode left of not Obi-Wan. What's the one before Obi-Wan now?
Obi-Zero. You said Obi-Wan. You get it because Obi-Wan.
Man, not the Mandalorian. What's the other one? Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Baba Vodka.
And then I'm gonna get into Obi-Wan because I heard Obi-Wan's dope, man, and Darth Vader.
Yeah, I liked Obi-Wan because Hayden Christensen. I love Hayden Christensen, so I watched it. And cool. I watched what's it called? House of the Dragon. I'm like 14 episodes behind on. I'm on episode 2.5.
So can we talk about House of the Dragon just for a sec? This is
no, because I'm only on episode 2. But I have read Blood and whatever. I have read the book it's based on.
So my thing with House of the Dragon. Now don't shoot me, folks. Don't unfollow. Don't unsubscribe.
It's okay, guys. I have the mute button ready.
No, listen.
We'll listen until we don't.
It's been good. It's been entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging it. Like I'm like on the edge of my seat, you know, like, but it's the same thing. It's more of the same as the original Game of Thrones series. Like there's nothing.
But that's what I've been missing. Like I like that. I like that void to be filled by something.
We had 7 seasons of that already. I don't want more. So I feel like we'll see how the season goes, but I don't think like.
But that's why I recommend Succession.
It's more the same. It's good.
That's why I recommend Succession, because Succession is, I feel like, Game of Thrones' spiritual successor, just without dragons and a little bit less rapey stuff. But
and then the incestuous stuff has, like, they're just normalizing incest.
Sir, don't be that person. Don't. There's literally
like real time, like literally everybody like.
This is what he's gonna take.
The only thing that remains is
there's dragon behavior.
There's no dragons in Succession.
Succession is good in its own right, and Game of Thrones. But I feel like if you liked Game of Thrones, you'll like Succession.
See, Cookie's on the same page as me. I stopped watching House of the Dragon. I'm way over this. I was like, am I the only one who's like super like everybody like legit like, oh, we're just gonna fuck our sisters and our brothers and our moms and our dads.
I don't know if you've ever been to America, but I feel like there's a lot of areas where that's just common.
Oh man, I don't know. So that's my thoughts. I mean, it's been good, but like it's more the same. It's not. With Rings of Power, the homie Marklin saying he's on episode 7. Yeah, so I think I'm on 6. For me, that's been the far superior series fantasy-wise between them and Game of Thrones. People are complaining, oh, it's too slow. This is fantasy. You're dealing with a whole universe. Whereas House of Dragon, they have the advantage of like a lot of things being established already, right? You know, so it is a slow burn.
Lord of the Rings, I have to say, I've never had less interest in watching something before.
Yeah.
And I know they spent all that money to make it. It's just not, genre-wise, it's just not it for me. Game of Thrones, I don't like it because it's fantasy. I liked the strategy aspect of the show, of the storylines. I'm really into like strategy games and management games, and Game of Thrones to me is just like a big strategy game. It's like a big
but it's all it is political scheming. It's
but that's what I like about it, is the game aspect of it. So
Horror Geek Mel saying I need to watch the Lord of the Rings series. I'm so behind. It's so good, and the budget, like you touched on that, like I think is the highest budgeted television series of all time by far, but it comes through. It's so impressive to look at. Like every episode legit feels like you're watching a feature film, and that's been for me always like my knock on like these, like whether it's Marvel, the Disney Plus stuff, or anything else that's like from adapted from film and then taken into serialized TV, is the quality, the production values not there 9 times out of 10. And with Disney Plus, it's glaring. It looks like crap, all these shows. Like, but Lord of the Rings, you would think this is I'm watching a feature film. It's super impressive, man.
But let's talk about the show of the year.
The show of the year?
She-Hulk. How good was that season finale? She-Hulk to me topped WandaVision. Those are the only 2 series I've watched on Disney Plus, so I can't say much of anything else. But that season finale was chef's kiss, fantastic. Especially if you're like, you know, a fan of that era of She-Hulk. Fantastic. And Tatiana, she could do no wrong. I fucking love her so much. Also, you know, she came up in improv. I didn't know if you guys know that, but she's actually really funny IRL, and I really thought that she brought that, especially in the last episode.
Yeah, I'm not caught up on She-Hulk at all. I mean, it's been okay. I'm not like, I feel like a lot of people either they love it or they hate it, and I'm just kind of in between. I'm like,
I just feel like it's like a weird energy that people give, like especially when they're talking about the merits of like the CGI and stuff in it, and I'm just like, but we're like that's not even, that doesn't even matter, you know, story wise. Like it's like actually kind of tongue in cheek that the CGI is so bad. You know what I mean?
No, I mean,
Especially
I
with
think,
how meta the story gets the further into the season you get, and they even make jokes about the CGI in the show. So I feel like it's like silly when people are like, that's their biggest complaint is it just doesn't look realistic enough for me. And I'm like, nobody turning into a green monster should look realistic to you.
I don't think that's fair. I think it's fair to complain
I don't think that's
about
fair.
the CGI. Yeah.
I don't think that's fair that you don't think it's fair.
Cookie Monster saying Rings of Power is spectacular. Are
You
you
gotta
are you
stop
guys
throwing
are you
up
guys all the way
these.
caught up on Rings of Power? Fabian talking about a lot of Rings of Power hate watching out there.
So many people hate She-Hulk. It is, and you know who the people are that's hating on it are the same villains in the story, which makes it so funny and so on the nose. It's because it's the same people who would be in those kind of groups.
Yeah. Our boy Marklin saying Rings of Power better than House of the Dragon. One is pretty, one is ugly. Hey, that's a concise way to put it. Yeah, it's legit. Lord of the Rings just is gorgeous to look at, man.
I just feel like at our big age, especially your bigger age, I just feel like I'm like past the point of reading other people's like negative reviews of TV shows. You know what I mean? So like when I go online, if I see somebody like just absolutely shit on something, I'm gonna watch it just because I'm like, there's no way this got under your skin to this point that you made this post. Like there's should be no reason for that.
Oh, I
Too
would, and
grown.
that's what I was trying to say earlier. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I feel like people, but I think it goes both ways. You know, like specifically with She-Hulk, like there's this segment of fandom just straight up taking, like they're being so extra loud about hating it. It's like, okay, you don't like it, chill. But then you have like your cheerleaders on the other side who are just like, yo, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm like, nah, like, yo,
But
chill
just
with that
let
too.
them
Like,
no, but you just let them have it. You know what I mean? If somebody's not spreading negativity and
yeah,
it's just all rah, just let them
yeah.
have their moment.
I don't know.
Just
You're
let them
annoying.
have it.
Shut up, like rah rah. I'm not talking about you, but
Oh,
uh,
please chill. I'm caught up on 90 Day Fiance. That's what I was watching right before the
yeah,
show started. Um it's absolute trash and I love it for it.
yeah. You took down my Willow, Margolin, and Cookie. Both hype for. I'm hyped for Willow, man. When does that drop? Remind me, please. Is that
I
this
would
year or is
have
that
no
next
I
year?
don't know. That's before my time.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that, man. Hey, folks, Marklin dropped a video this week. We expanded the Poll Kings format. Previously, it was format like for the shorts or IG reels. We said, yo, we were digging this stuff so much, and the community, the feedback was good. So
Bilal
we're
is the
like,
fucking worst.
hey, can I plug our stuff here out for a
Yeah,
second,
well,
man?
I'm engaging with the community, so.
And so, folks, please check out the Poll Kings videos, man. We're gonna try to get them up every Monday. They're talking about their top 3 vids. Markelin's is up, man. He has some great stuff up there.
Top 3 books.
Top 3 comic books, yeah.
You said
Top.
vids.
What did I say?
Top 3 vids.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, that's a different kind of top 3.
Oh, okay. So top 3 stuff. Check it out, man. Him and Markelin and Charles are doing great stuff with that. Very much enjoying it. Yeah. That's what that is. So you see what I did there, Al? I'm trying to plug our content, and then you can kind of like do.
Okay. Bilal is the worst. Honestly, and then like the further into the season it goes, I'm just like, but honestly, the season where with Bilal on it, that first season with him on it, no, I don't think there was any couple on that season where I was like, oh, I think I was fast forwarding through most of them.
What do
And
you guys have?
unfortunately, he's on Happily Ever After. And I'm like, not why would they put Bilal on there with his non-drama dramatic self? No, I don't get it. Go
What's
ahead,
this,
Sergio.
90 Day Fiance?
Yeah.
Oh, Chill's a fellow 90 Day Fiancer. Marklin too? Oh, you guys are gonna enjoy. I feel like Al, there you go. You have your your tea room stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're talking comics on the Tea Room.
That too,
Coming
of course,
this Friday.
as you should be. Oh, what's going on? Hold on.
What?
Hold on. What's going on, Al? Talk to the people.
Okay, so let you guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but
Oh, get out of here. Oh,
so starting. Do you want to do a little like build up to it? Do we have an intro? I think we have our intro. That's our intro. Is us coughing over your video. So starting
you're a weirdo, bro.
So starting every Friday, Tara and I will be doing something called the Tea Room with Tara. Well, I don't know if we're doing with Tara and Elle or not, but it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be recorded. But we're talking advanced reviews and chit chat that we've seen on the webs.
Okay. So, when is that dropping out?
On Friday.
Not every Friday. So there's the first one. Friday.
We're talking
Tea Room.
Door to Door, Night by Night by Cullen Bunn and Specs and what's the other one? Because I don't think we're doing anything with it. The Nightfall double feature. Denizen.
Okay.
Denizen and
okay.
Let's lock them out before spooky season ends.
Cemeterian. The other one.
That I've been called worse. You're like I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Shout out Carlos. What's going on, my man? Oh, yeah, Carlos. Appreciate all the help with that thing.
Yeah, thanks for all the help. Go ahead, spill it. What's up? What do you help you with?
You gotta upsell where you went. So yeah, I'm excited. Like Tara and Elle, Film Noir. They got a new segment debuting this Friday, the Tea Room, baby.
And we intend to have community people on to talk advanced reviews and movies and TV shows and stuff. It's just a good time. When Sergio's away, this is what I heard him say. Oh, never mind. You told me not to say. Mute.
Shout out Spoiler Kings, my man. What's going on? Hey, I enjoyed tuning in the other day. Spoiler Kings, folks, another dope channel putting out great content for us nerds, man. Man, there's a lot of great YouTube people out there. Yeah, man, thanks for coming through the house. So yeah, man, honestly, Ala, I'm excited. I was telling Tara, I'm excited to check out what you guys have cooking. So that's strictly an Elle and a Tara thing. I'm just on the sidelines enjoying as a fellow nerd.
No creative input.
None. Hey.
None. He said maybe make the logo pink.
Don't get ahead of here, bro. It's all okay. I'm gonna laugh it off, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna. Hey, so do you notice anything different about the? Just kidding.
Don't do that. It's just so ghetto.
Not the G word. You gotta.
Oh man.
Edit that out after the show.
Yeah, we gotta edit that out. But yeah, man. Okay. So you Tara, Tea Room, baby. And then I feel like that's a perfect spot maybe to help get those folks who are into 90 Day Fiance, get into those kind of stuffs, man. It's just a space for you and Tara just to chill, talk shit, right? Have fun with the community. Okay. What else is coming up? We got anything else coming up, Al?
We have an open bar on the 28th. We have we're gonna put up a poll later today for our read next week, which is between. Do you have the list of the 4 titles? Survivors Club, Infidel, Survivors Infidel. What were the other two? Come on,
The
Sergio.
Plot.
The Plot and
Yeah.
John a Blank.
And Rom's joint.
These Savage Shores.
These Savage Shores. Yeah.
I would love for you guys to vote Infidel because I wouldn't mind discussing that in a group setting.
Hey, listen, 4 great books. So yeah, folks, either today or tomorrow, we're gonna put up the poll for what our next spooky season read is gonna be. Again, Infidel, These Savage Shores, The Plot. Was the fourth one out?
Survivors Club,
which I'm not even familiar with.
It's a Vertigo joint, but it's about a bunch of survivors from other final girl situations or like haunted house stories or survivor of like attacks and murders and serial killers, and they all get sent to this one house and they have to survive.
Okay.
So it's a Vertigo book. It came out a few years ago.
Hey, so there you go. So the community, you guys get to choose what our next read is. So some great options there. And then yes, get excited, folks. Open bar for those who are not familiar, man. We had an open bar, I think, for a 1-year show anniversary. We're doing it again. It's the sequel, part 2. The fun part about open bar is it's open to anybody and everybody in the community to come join and hang out live with us on the stream. We got a couple guests who are gonna be on that we know, but pretty much, if you want to come hang out, you're cool. I think it's pretty like there's no format, man. Anybody can like whatever you guys want to talk about, man. And then of course drinks. Last open bar, Al famously got drank, and I think you were hopping up on tables. You were doing all kinds of crazy stuff, man. We know what "duh" means, Sergio. You don't need to translate. Hey, I'm just saying for my fellow, for my peoples who are not Canadian, who are not, used to the the French. Just trying to help out the community there, my man. My man Chill putting me on the spot. But yeah, what did you do last open bar? You did all kinds of crazy.
No, I just had I just did pina coladas, and then it got too thick, so I just started taking shots.
Okay.
I said, this is too thick.
Go check out the last. She got sloppy drunk.
No, I didn't get sloppy drunk.
I told you
the only time I've ever been like legit faded on the show is like not even this show. It was on Pink Buzz, and I've told that story before. So that's the only time I've ever been that
magnifique.
And that's because if we had more Friday night shows, I probably would be more inebriated on the regular. But these 8 o'clock shows after I've already been up since 4 a.m. Thank you.
Yeah. Not conducive to you getting
no, because I still gotta go do stuff after the show. So it's not
yeah.
This has not been a gateway drug for me, unfortunately.
So Friday, October 28th, folks. Time we still haven't set. I think we'll probably do it like 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern, something like that. But should be a good time, man. Everybody.
Probably 9.
Probably 9. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. That's cool. There you go. There you have it, folks. You see, she's the boss. Boss lady said 9 p.m. Okay, it's 9 p.m. Done.
He's gonna go back and edit it to say 9 p.m. I said it. I'm the boss.
Oh man! Hey, thanks to everybody for hanging out with us this week, man. We had a whole bunch of fun with you guys. I gotta do something. I want to do a giveaway for you guys, man. You guys have just been great. And then so I hit up a few people. There was a giveaway on
gosh.
On
Hold
Facebook.
On, can we just let me preface this by saying,
guys,
I'm sorry that he was spam bombarding all of you guys.
Hey, there was a dope giveaway on Facebook for a Zoo or Zoo CGC slab. I really wanted to win it. I ended up really losing, but like everybody who I hit up to like, yo, help me out, come vote for the thing, whatever. Everybody was super cool about it. you guys came through. So I just wanted to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys. Like, real talk, man. Like, you don't gotta do that, but you did. You put in you put the effort for me. Wish I would have won it. I didn't, but join the Facebook. I know you and everybody else.
And it's so funny because I sure am about to leave the group because I'm like, I don't need these notifications.
No, you gotta stay in for the next one.
No,
you gotta stay in for the next one. I did, Steve, man. I lost like this next person. Like, I was like, the race was like neck and neck the whole way, and then all of a sudden she got like 100 of her friends to like spam, and like, so I ended up losing. It ended up being a blowout. But
look, Leah hit me up yesterday and she goes, Sergio just DM'd me. And I said, well,
like,
doesn't he DM? And then she's like, about a contest? And I said, girl.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, I was hitting up the community. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting, and you guys were like so awesome about it and thankful, and so just I wanted to thank you guys. And so
also thank you for that, because now I see in all of my recommended friends now are like people from Instagram and like comic book people, and I was like, I thought I was hidden on here.
Oh man,
I had no link to the outside world.
That's so funny. Not anymore.
No, now I see everybody. I'm like, they're gonna know it's me.
So yeah, I definitely just like as a thank you to the community for being supportive of the show and everything else, man. I'm gonna do a giveaway real soon. I don't know if I'll do it before the open bar or maybe during the open bar, but I'll see what I can put together just to say thanks, man. Like I said, you guys didn't have to do all of that, but you did, man. You guys all joined the Facebook group just to try to help me out, man. So thank you guys. Yes, yeah, I was up in Steve's DMs, man. I hit him with the hey,
hey, big head, long time no talk.
I hit him with the hey, 10 Y's at the end. Oh man. But thank you guys for hanging out with us this week, every week, man, coming through. Hey, you guys make this show so much fun. Real talk is the community. You guys are the best, man. And Deviant saying next time Sergio DM us sooner and you'll win. For sure, man, for sure. I don't know, I don't think I'll do that again, man.
Not this week's. You gotta let it breathe a little.
Yeah, I got 100%. Maybe next year. Maybe next year, man. I'm not.
Hey, big head.
Oh, Nerd Huddle. What's going on? Nerd Huddle, just 10 Y's. Just 10 Y's, yeah. I think this is the first time we've seen you in the chats. Thank you for coming through. Welcome to the house. You're catching the end of the show, but you're welcome to watch the replay.
Welcome to a hey DM too.
He's like, yo, where's my or they?
Yeah, where's my hey?
Where's my hey? Where's my hey?
Why my hey only has 7 Y's?
Oh man. Curious, Nerd Huddle, how'd you come across our channel, buddy? Always curious to it's always great to see new faces in the chats. Al, anything else before we get out of here, ma'am?
I feel like there's something obvious.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm tired. My brain hurts.
Yeah, me too. I'm tired. Cover of the week, folks. Cover of the week one more time.
Fabian, just say I was cold. You don't have to say the whole show.
But then he'd be lying. He'd be
telling the truth.
No, Fabian, real talk, man. You and everybody else who are in the chats, man, on the regular, appreciate you guys. So yeah, giveaway 100%.
And thank you again to Amanda. Thank you for coming on.
Amanda was a whole lot of
cool.
Fun.
The heating pad. Listen, I've had it going this whole time, so I know my spot on the bed is gonna be nice and warm.
Oh, okay.
Nice and warm.
You about to get cozy, ma'am?
Yep. Yeah? I told you I put a heating pad in my blanket like right before I started the show, so it'll be toasty. Yeah.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you, Leah.
What's up with the ... though? Why it feels contingent on something? Great show, y'all, but
she's like, Sergio better not slide into my DMs again, bro. this guy. And you're so nice about it too. Thank you, guys. That's it for the show, folks. Next week, you guys get to vote with us.
I loved it this week, but
I loved it. Yeah.
I thought it was spam. I know because she hit me. She was like, "What is Sergio?" She told you, "Hey, no problem." Then she hit me up. What is this mother talking about? He got
Yo,
hacked.
he got hacked. I legit had one of the homies. He's like, yo, but hit me up from your personal IG. I want to make sure it's not.
He said, "Now, usually I don't do this, but I shouldn't use that line either. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used that line."
I said, yo, I'm gonna send you the news, so it's really me. So you know it's really me. Now I know what Sergio was after. I'm going to keep him busy with some ideas. I need feedback from him if he is bored. Hey, my man. Yo, I was like, you better
another hack.
That's what I'm saying, man. I appreciate you guys because I know for sure if that was me on the other end, I would be like, yo, why you got hacked, bro?
This dude said, make your kid an account so she can vote for me. He said, put your daughter onto social media so she can vote. And Sergio, don't think I didn't see the House of Nerd emails.
Yo, chill, fam. Yo, hey. Hey, someone. It was Fabian. He's like, Arzu has some dope covers, and it was signed. I had to go all out, man. But I didn't win it. Man. But you know, there's always next time. All right, folks. I'm gonna hit that outro. You guys have a wicked rest of the Sunday. Enjoy the week. He's exhausting all his resources. Hey, sometimes you gotta go for it. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You guys are the best. Giveaway coming soon. I'm hook you guys up with some. Stay tuned, folks. Enjoy the rest of the day. We out, baby.